Am I wrong for refusing to work a full-time job while doing all the housework? My husband and I had began trying for a baby around the start of last year. After seeing both my mother in childhood and my elder sister go through PPD and deal with the stress of having to deal with a newborn, I suggested that in the case I ended up pregnant, I quit my job temporarily until we both had adjusted to taking care of our new child. At the time, my husband seemed supportive, and I forgot about it and left it at that. Around mid-June of last year, I had found out I was pregnant. My husband and I had been ecstatic. At the time, he had been apparently watching a lot of stay-at-home dad videos, and I guess had a come-to-Jesus moment and decided that was what he wanted to do, which I was fine with. I gave birth around 5 months ago to my beautiful Lily, and while I was on the paid maternity leave, things seemed to be fine. After my PTO ended, my husband had already put in his 2 weeks. Whenever I arrive home, I just want to relax. But my husband always hands me Lily before shutting himself in his office, saying it was his time, and tells me to watch her since he is tired. I understand how physically exhausting looking after a child is, but I don't understand how he gets tired since the house is always dirtier than how I usually leave it in the morning. The laundry is never done, the beds are always messy, the dishes are always stacked up, and I often found myself spending 2 to 3 hours after work just cleaning everything up. Not to mention that my husband still expected me to cook dinner, which I was fine with at first, but after having to clean for 3 hours straight and cook for the 3 of us while looking after Lily, I was living on maybe 4 hours of sleep a day, and that's being generous. I want to make it clear Lily is and never will be a burden, but all of this had taken a large toll on my mental and physical health. I decided to sit my husband down and discuss the issue. I suggested getting a babysitter while he looked for a job, but he seemed appalled that I would even suggest such a thing. I told him it was unfair to force me to both support us financially while managing all of the housework. I made it clear that I would definitely help where I could, but that dumping 100% of the responsibility on me while I was the sole provider was unsustainable. He started getting angry and raised his voice at me, saying I didn't care about Lily and what he had sacrificed for our family, calling me a bitch and to get out of his face. He's been in his office by himself since last night, and I had to call out of work since I couldn't arrange anyone to look after Lily. I can't help but feel guilty because I know firsthand how much of a struggle it is to raise children, especially as first-time parents, but I have to put my foot down as I just can't live like this anymore. What would you do? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's discuss it.